We are back in the Champions League here as Newcastle. Today is difficult. Away against Real Madrid, away against PSG. Yeah, don't know how those two games are happening back to back, but they are. Wish us luck. Yes, folks, how is it going, you lovely lots? And a warm welcome back to the Journey Manager. We are making our Champions League debut, at least in terms of live commentary debuts with Champions League football for the season. Granted, we did play the first game of the Champions League where we played Monaco. We've played this team so many times in different European competitions, decided not to worry about it. Got a nice little win to open things up. That said, today we are taking on PSG and Real Madrid, and whilst they are somewhere in this list of teams, in fact, looking at it here behind my head, PSG are down in 32nd, Real Madrid are up in 15th. Look, these games aren't easy. And well, let me tell you now, we have had a terrific start to the season and a terrific end to the transfer window because it has been deadline day. It's come, it's gone. We made some dealings. Let me show you them right now. And I mean, first things first, I made a couple of sales. Simon Hughes has left for £54 million. Yeah, I didn't really want to sell this guy at one point, but he wanted out 54 million. Felt like quite a generous offer for a player who turns 30 later on this year. And we also sold our backup defensive midfielder in Milan to Real Madrid. He's gone there. He's instantly unhappy because he's not been registered for the Champions League game. So we won't be playing against him today when we take on Real Madrid. He departed for 40 million, and between those sales and a load of the other ones we've done, we've actually made a really healthy profit in the transfer window. That's not to say we haven't done dealings, because we have done two. The first is a Leonard Velhauser. That's a fun name, isn't it? This guy is what I think is going to be our defensive mid backup for the year. Obviously, we have a few different defensive mid options, but none that are actually super good defensively. With Milan leaving, it left an opportunity to bring in a DM, and Velhauser here, at 20 years old, with this crazy potential, just felt like a bit of a no-brainer. Well-rounded mentals, well-rounded physicals as well. Technicals not too bad either. Gonna hope he grows into the role for sure, but he's only just turned 20. He looks great. But he was not the biggest signing we've made this window. No, Giuseppe Dario. I hope I'm saying that name correctly. We should call him JDA or GDA. I can read letters. This guy at a right-back position looks tremendous. Marco, of course, was our right-back, and Marco, I love him, and he has now moved to centre-back, which is why we sold on Hughes. But if we just compare him with Giuseppe, I mean, look at the difference. Giuseppe, physical advantage, technicals, going forward advantage, nice mentals as well, too. I think he's going to be a great little addition to the team. He was vice-captain of Juventus. 125 million is a lot to drop on a right-back, so he does need to deliver. Anyway, our back four is looking a little different now because Marco is going to play at centre-back alongside Amador, and then Dario is going to play full-back on the right-hand side with Mastalone on the left. We've got two Italian full-backs, and you'll note the full-back is now a full-back on attack. I really feel like with Giuseppe here, we need to make the most of his ability going forward. 15 crossing, I love. Now, alongside the Monaco game, we've played a fair few games since you were last here, including across the Premier League and EFL Cup. We beat Brentford and Bournemouth, a combined 9-0 result in this one. 6 goals against Bournemouth was amazing. And while the goals have really just flowed as of late, we beat Man City 3-1 in the EFL Cup and followed that up with a 4-1 win against Wolves. But in our most recent league game, we demolished Man City. I even rotated the team a little bit for this one, which I think is just an indicator of how good we were. Maybe the 4 goals flattered us a little. Spike Britt somehow got man of the match despite only making 1 save from a single shot on target. We won't question that too much, but ultimately, a win is a win, and I was pretty bloody happy. Now, of course, while we are looking to defend our Premier League throne, there is definitely a focus this year on the Champions League. But looking at things here, Man City, our closest opposition at least right now, and we just beat them 4-0. Goal difference of plus 20. I don't want to jinx it. I would love to go for an unbeaten year this year. But that is going to be tricky because look at our upcoming games. We are taking on Real Madrid today. I'm then going to go away and off camera play Liverpool and Tottenham. And then the second game we're going to do today, as I've already mentioned, is away at the Parc des Princes taking on PSG. I feel like these are two of the biggest teams in European football, and it's quite a cruel draw, which I know I've already mentioned. I just want to mention it again because I'm bitter. Anyway, we are going to head into the first game today. It's at the Estadio Santiago Bernabeu, or Bernabeu, the answers on a postcard. Olsen's trained well. I'm getting distracted. We'll give him some praise. But in terms of our team for today's game, couple of players missing. Matt is currently out injured. Not a serious injury, thankfully, but he did pull his back against Man City in our most recent game, so he is going to get a rest. And elsewhere, Gasparini at left back, still coming back from that long-term injury that he suffered last episode. Yeah, going to be a little while before he's back in the first team, but looking at the first team, this is still a very, very good team. Big Deli has had a really unfortunate string of injuries lately. I mean, look at things here. He had a nice gap of 3 years without an injury, and in the last year or so, he's had 3 moderate injuries and 1 major injury. Obviously, I mentioned the fact I've brought in Velhauser to be perhaps the defensive mid protege of the future. Admittedly, he's a long way off Big Deli right now, which I think is a testament to how good Big Deli is. It's really difficult to get defensive mids this well-rounded, but I feel like Velhauser is a player who can really grow into the role, and we're going to give him the nod today. Elsewhere in the team, Kelechi playing at centre attacking mid is still learning the position slowly but surely. Went on that crazy goal-scoring run to start the year. From there, he's maybe slowed down a little bit, but still, 6 goal contributions in 5 games. Not going to complain about that. Okay, into this game we march. Looking at their team here, of course, we are in the age of regens, but Jude Bellingham still exists. They're playing him at right attacking mid, and he does scare me. Okay, into this game we go. We are playing in our blue away kit today and hoping we are up to the task at hand. Ball played forward. Mastalone, Everard picks up the ball nicely. Kelechi through the middle. Tries to pick out Sousa. Wayward pass. This year, we've made, well, no mistake in terms of creating and converting chances. I feel like we're due one of those games where we miss a load of opportunities and bottle it. I'm going to hope that doesn't happen. I do feel like our team is now kind of reaching that elite level where it feels, I don't want to jinx it, it feels a little bit bulletproof as far as Football Manager teams go. But of course, the players themselves have still got to do it on the pitch. Marco stepping forward, giving it to Ollison. Faye, Sousa, Everard. It's beautiful football. Kelechi with the finish. I mean, what do you say? It was just a beautiful goal. There's been many beautiful goals scored in this football stadium. This footballing cathedral. I'll tell you what, there's been another one scored here. That, I mean, all 4 of our front kind of 4 players involved in the build-up play, that's super satisfying. I realise this could age horribly, but you get to that point in a Football Manager save game where you sit back and look over your footballing empire, the team that you've built, and I do feel a little bit like that with this Newcastle team here. Obviously, we've had 4 years to get it to where it is now. It is such a good team. Saying all of that, you know, it's difficult games today, and I don't want to jinx it. We actually need to perform and show up and do our thing. Faye to the new boy, Diadario. Down the byline. Can he pull it in? He can. It gets to the back post. It's cleared away. Velhauser, who's definitely been thrown in at the deep end here without armbands on. He might be sinking. He might be swimming. I think he's swimming at the moment. And, well, we are, singing, I think is the best way to describe it. We are on song. We are having fun. Another chance goes a begging there, but we look great. Okay, Faye with a corner towards the near post. Everard was lurking away. They've headed it away initially, but before the break, it'd be such a good time to score and a really bad time to concede. Banos, one-on-one. We needed Spike Britt's magic. We did not get the magic. Jude Bellingham here, playing a defence-splitting pass. It was close to being offside. Spoilers, wasn't offside. Banos had time and space, and he made the most of it. I mean, look, I knew this run of Champions League games was going to be difficult, but the nature of the performance in that half makes the sucker punch of that late equaliser all the more painful. The sooner we can guarantee our spot in the round of 16 in the Champions League, the sooner I can rotate things and shift the focus to the Premier League. And whilst I know this run of games is difficult, my expectations are sky high. We're falling short of them. 15 minutes into this half, nothing is happening. I'm going to make changes. I'm going to take off Sousa. I'm going to bring in Sauer. Elsewhere, I'm going to bring in Balaki for Everard. Juan's going to come in at Shadow Striker too. And Ollison, I'm going to take off and I'm bringing in Mark. No, I can't do it. I can't. I want to do it. I can't. I love Mark. We're not quite at silly season yet where we can bring him in for games and enjoy vibes with him. No, there is a business to be attended to. There is business to be done. And the business might be left unfinished because there's 15 minutes left here and now we need to do some defending. It's Bellingham whipping it back post. Brits parries it away. Velhauser clears it away. Dario, the right back, is actually the man left forward here to try and hold it up. The 2 new signings linking up. Kelechi. Players ahead. Sauer. Who is that at the far post? There is someone lurking. It's Kelechi there. It was Junjun one at the back post. It was a trick play though. While everyone was looking at the back post at the towering Korean, it's Kelechi grabbing another. I'll tell you what, for a left winger that we're converting to play through the middle, Kelechi's bloody good, isn't he? I know I negotiated that not mandatory, optional future fee with Tottenham of £200 million. There's a world in which I might pay it at this rate. Corner though here. Banos goes short. Plehen, edge of the box. Imagine if he volleys it in. They've hit the woodwork. What just happened? Praise the players and keep calm. I was about to change our mentality to balance, but another highlight started immediately and I'm scared. We've cleared it away. Jun Hwan gets it forward. Nappy left at the back. No leakage from the Nappy. He defends it well. And now it's Nguyen Van Hine to play the ball forward. We head it away, but we are penned back. Galan shoots just wide. Right, you know what? Pause the game. Balance mentality. Get rid of luck for the overlap. Shorter passing. Get rid of running the ball forward. We just want to hold on to the possession a little better now and not overcommit going forward. Marco, back in his natural habitat at centre-back, gets the ball. Dario, the right-back, the new kid on the block, bringing it forward, fizzing it in. How has that not gone in? How has that, like, genuinely, he's crossed in, it's rolled across the face of goal. They've now dealt with it, and now I'm just kind of hoping that's the highlight. The good news is, it was the highlight here. We've only had 30% of the ball, but the XG is double in our favour, and with 2 minutes left, we are going to get a historic win here away from home. We've gone to Madrid, and we have, well, I'll tell you what's happened. We've gone and bloody won. Obviously, we're only 2 games into the Champions League. I feel like looking at this 36 team league table is absolutely pointless at this point. I've just noticed, though, PSG, who we play in our next game, are currently bottom. Their key man is Rodrigo Albuquerque. I guess his family are a big fan of the place in America. Apparently, we were fortunate to beat Real Madrid. Got double their XG. Jog on. Kelechi is now competent in his position. Look at that. Things you love to see. It's beautiful. His 2 goals there, the difference maker. Imagine if I win the Champions League thanks to a player in on loan from Tottenham, our rivals. That would be funny. Right, we have got Liverpool and Tottenham up next in the league. We're not going to worry about those 2 games today. Both those teams currently outside the European spots, which is a little bit mad. Instead, we're coming back for more Champions League football. It's PSG. Pray for no injuries. There's actually a month between the Tottenham and Liverpool games with a massive international break. I'm going to go mash continue. Don't go anywhere. We had an unbeaten running the league going. We had to keep it going. We did keep it going. Look at this. 4-3 at Anfield. Little bit of late drama as they got a 92nd minute goal to make it 4-3. But we did hold on for a deserved lead. Jun Hwan rolling back the clocks. He was our top goal scorer 2 years in a row. Last year, he slowed down a little bit. Granted, 17 goal contributions in 30 games. Still pretty blooming good. And well, after the longest international break ever, we came back for a second game against Tottenham. Kelechi couldn't play in this game because, of course, he's in on loan from Tottenham. Didn't miss him too much, though. A nice variety of goal scorers. And Dario getting his first goal for the club and also his first assist. And when I say first assist, it's actually his first in the Premier League. He did actually get 2 against Monaco. But this goal here, not a bad finish for a right-back. That's all I'm going to say. Anyway, with those back-to-back wins in the Premier League, we sit pretty at the top of the table. Everton, our closest rivals, still unbeaten, but with 2 draws to their name. They're 4 points behind us. Man City already on 2 defeats. If Everton start to slip up, we are going to look pretty good pretty early here. They have got the top goal scorer in Seba. He is single-handedly carrying their team from the looks of things here. Murad Seba, is he any good? I mean, this guy, he's not going to keep up the goal scoring, is he? 9 goals in 7 games from right attacking mid. I don't feel like he's that good. Maybe I'm wrong. Anyway, we are going to be taking on PSG today just to look at their team profile real quick. You can see here, they won Ligue 1 last year. They won the Coupe de France. They won the Trophy des Champions. Yeah, they're not a bad little team. And in this universe, granted it was a little while ago, they won Champions League titles in 2028 and 2030. Since then, they've been on a dry run. Interesting to note, Leipzig and Porto, unlikely Champions League winners, dare I say, in this universe. In fact, Porto have won it 3 times. And I know they won it, once upon a time. That was a different age of football. For them to win it 3 times is mad in this simulation. Anyway, there was a massive gap between the Tottenham and Liverpool game where there was an international break, but we used it as a chance to build up some fitness. Big Deli is back. Matt is back in the attacking third. You can see here, Faye just carrying a little bit of the knock. Failed a fitness test. We'll put him on the bench anyway, but it does mean that Jun Hwan is going to start a right attacking mid. Hopefully we can get some crosses on his massive forehead. knucklehead. Okay, on the road again we are today. They are playing a 5 at the back. If I'm not mistaken, their wing-backs are actually their best players. I remember Al-Dasari here, their left-back, and looking at him, I think when I was managing in Saudi Arabia, maybe even, he popped up at one point. At least there was a player with that name. I think Al-Dasari is quite a common Saudi name, though. I'm looking at him here. I think this is the guy that I thought it was. He was signed by PSG for £15 million. His physicals are absolutely stupendous, aren't they? Anyway, into this game we march. If I was going to make a bold prediction for this game, well, I was going to say there might not be many highlights given the fact they're playing with so many defenders, but maybe I'm going to be wrong because less than 7 minutes into this game, we've got some early action. They've gifted us the ball here in a questionable area. Diodario, the right-back who's looked great since we signed him. £125 million on a right-back is absurd. But look at that for a delivery. And, well, it's still not cleared away from danger. Our fullbacks are so good in this team. Edge of the box shoots. That wasn't far over. And that shot there, unfortunately, the first of the action early doors in this game. Halfway through the first half, we've got a corner. Ginger Juan's going to whip it in. Marco is under it. Diodario has hit the woodwork, and Amador heads over. Another chance for us. Corner. Walter Zaire-Emery whip it into the penalty area. We clear it away. Kelechi doesn't jump. They hit the woodwork. Big Daddy scrambles it away. A little bit of a scare here. Okay, PSG maybe swinging this game in their favour. Whip back post, headed in. And the player just teleported. Did you see that? Ghosts, aliens. He scored a goal. There's a VAR check. I think this is going to count, isn't it? It is going to count. 1-0 PSG, and it's everyone's favourite highlight in FM24. There's one thing I didn't mention about Diodario. Not great at jumping. Wait, did he just score a bicycle kick? I was getting triggered by the fact it was a back post header. Has he bicycle kicks that in? I don't know what to say. I can't even be mad anymore, can I? Diodario, I forgive you for not sticking your head in. The man who scored that goal is transfer listed. Should I be signing him? Right, well, I've just had my first bicycle kick in over 3,000 hours of this game scored against me. Surely that is not going to be how this game ends, though. There's got to be more to this game. There's got to be twists. There's got to be turns. We need to show a bit more life in this game. Amador, stepping out of defence, gives it to Diodario, who I am going to forgive for not wanting to get his beautiful face kicked in by that bicycle kick. Amador, oh, that is not the place to lose the ball. That is not the place we want to see PSG gaining it and running forward. Walter Zaire-Emery drifts wide, pulls it in, back post, oh my word. Spike Brits denies Gavi with an insane save. Well, we're a goal down at the break, but the goal, I mean, what can you say about the goal? Genuinely, what can I say about the goal? I'm so triggered of it, the microphone. They've scored a wonder goal. I don't know what to tell you. I feel like in this game we've not really created enough, to be honest. And I think part of that is maybe the fact we're just not being direct enough with our play. Going to get rid of roll it out. And in possession, I'm going to ask the players to pass into space, get a little bit more direct, but also just look for overlaps on both sides. So let's try and get the right back forward as well here. Try and double up on their fullbacks if we can. Al-Dasari, Sintra, Vega with the ball for them, plays it forward to Gavi, who almost scored a goal to make it 2-0 before Brits made that sensational save. Albuquerque on the near side, skipping past his man. There's options in the middle. They can't score another. Can they? They don't need to. Spike Brits has just dropped the ball, metaphorically and literally. I'm in pain. I'm not even sure if the tactical changes that I made had actually taken effect when this ball's got in. The ball's whipped in. Brits drops it straight into the path of the left wing back in Al-Dasari, who scores. We're coming up to half an hour left in this game. The front four has been absolutely atrocious for us in this game. This is the kind of game where I just think, change everyone. Change everyone. Bring in, I'm not going to bring in Faye because he's injured, but bring in Sauer, bring in Mamadi, bring in Ollison, bring in Balaki. Sauer might as well go attack in mid, on attack at this point too, I suppose. I should have known when I saw PSG bottom the Champions League table after 2 games played. It had all come crumbling down for us in this game against them here. Admittedly, away from home, we've looked a little out of sorts by our own standards. We've not really created enough in this game. We had a flurry of chances early on. The overhead kick, I'll be honest, I'm still reeling from it. In some ways, that has mentally boomed me. But, well, there's still time to make a comeback. 24 minutes, Mamadi, Balaki, hacked down by Gavi. Vollers is now going to bring the ball forward. 2 players in the middle. Not as many defenders back. We're playing more attacking. We're chasing this game. It's going to leave us open. Al-Dassari, Zaire-Emery, Vega, they've got us penned back. I don't like this. The goal scorer, the left back, runs past his men. And did he hit the woodwork? Either way, his shot's gone out for a throw-in. Or was it saved? It might have been saved. I'm not even sure. 10 minutes left in this game. I'm going to encourage the players. I feel like encouragement is probably being too kind. If I could throw a water bottle from the sideline, I would. Balaki's going to whip in a cross here, near post. Headed over by Marco. The fact that feels like the first highlight we've had in forever. An indicator of how today's gone. 4 minutes of added time come and go. One awful performance. I mean, the goal that won the game probably deserved to win the game. We've had the same number of shots on target as them. I didn't even notice their goalie got injured as well. But we just didn't really get going in this game, to be honest. I mean, to be honest, if you told me we'd win one and lose one today, I probably would have taken it. Ollison wants a new deal. Mate, sack your agent. He sacked his... I love Ollison. Rasmus Ollison, great hair. Get him a hair shampoo kind of ambassador deal. Look how good he is. Look how much the 21-year-old is improving as well. I love him. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, we're still in a pretty good spot here. Admittedly, teams around us have games in hand, but I feel like to go away to Real Madrid, to go away to PSG, and to come away with 3 points is far from disastrous. I have really outlined my desire for Champions League success this year. I do look at our run of games here. Stuttgart, I'd like to think that we can win. We actually take on 3 German teams in our next few games. Ajax and Club Brugge at the end, probably more winnable games, but both away from home. Oh, there's a world in which we're coming back for late Champions League drama in January, and I hope it doesn't come down to that. Anyway, folks, we are going to leave things there for today and this week. I really hope you guys have been enjoying the Journey Manager. It will be plodding on into next week, and I hope to see you next time for more. Appreciate you watching as always. We'll be back next time. Until then, it's me, Jack, and I'll talk to you guys in a bit. I'm out.